Hello and welcome into a very special Christmas Eve live from Sercombe Trucking. And I'm here with the mastermind behind this whole thing, Pete Sercombe. Pete, you've really taken over this whole operation here. First off, how long has this been going on for?
I think I'm not really the mastermind. You know, my grandpa and dad kind of started this in the, about late 80s. And we did it for quite a while, and then we stopped for quite a while, and in 2016, when my dad passed away, I put just a family member trucks out here on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and quite a few people came through and started asking, are we going to do this again? So in 2017, we started full-time, and every Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, at nighttime, we line up all the trucks and park them, and it's just, we get a lot of people coming through, quite the reaction for it, and so we've been doing it again for 8 years now.
I mean, this is such a special event for not only your family, but the community. I mean, especially you're located right on the highway, so anyone driving down 127, they see all these truck lights just showing in the darkness, and they're thinking, well, what is this about? And how did this all come about back in the day? Why was this Grandpa's idea? What started this, do you know?
Honestly, I don't think anything really started it. They just probably talked about it and decided, hey, we got this opportunity, we have this platform. Let's just do something for the public and the community, and something different for the holidays. For people to enjoy, and they just kind of started doing it. Maybe just a random idea. I've never really heard this actual story of how they started it. I think it was just kind of an idea to do something different.
Well, talking with Kathy, she said you were very meticulous with this. You line them all up, you make sure they're exactly straight. So I'm sure you got some numbers for me. How many trucks are out there, and do you have an idea how many lights are out there?
Oh, there's about 25 trucks with the work ones and the antiques, but as far as lights, I couldn't even begin to tell you.
And some of these trucks, people can get in, right? So it's not just kind of driving around looking at the truck. Sometimes you can actually get in and see the inner workings of these. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, they're all unlocked. People, especially the kids, they can open the doors and look at them, sit in the seat, and, see what it's like to sit in a big truck and all that. And, and we encourage it, whether it's here, we go to truck shows, just let the kids get in. That's what they're here for, to see the trucks and, to see what it's like for a guy to get in there and where, a truck driver lives at and, their work environment and, because it's all for the public and kids. So, of course, got to get in there and check it out and make the most of it.
Well, Pete, thank you so much for taking over such a special event as this one and continuing it for not only your family, but also the community. It's a very great event. Make sure you come out and check it out next year. I'm sure Pete's going to have them lined up even prettier than this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
I'm now here with Jim and Mikey, both of Sercombe Trucking, and this is the main man in charge here at Sercombe Trucking. Jim, just talk to me a little bit about how this company has evolved over the years, where you started from to where you are now, and how much of a family environment this really is.
Oh, it's the family stood behind me. The wife has put up with it and everything, but we've made a good living, but I've worked awful hard. We bought our first truck in 1969. I took money out of the bank. We were saving money to buy a home. I bought the truck first, but I think we made the right idea. But it's been 1969 when I started, and I still drive one of the trucks. And I enjoy what I do, and I'm lucky to be my age to do it. So that's it, I guess. If there's anything else, Yeah. But I learned how to drive the truck when I was 16. My dad had trucks. He had 4 or 5, and I started driving them when I was 16 years old, so that's how, but I love trucks. That's why I think I left school, because I love my trucks more than I did the school, so that's the reason I think I left school, so anything else. But.
That's awesome, Jim. And, talk about, you're still going so strong. I mean, the last time when Andy and I came into the office, you looked at your watch and said, oh, I got to go to Missouri. Andy and I looked at each other like, what, you're driving a truck to Missouri? And it's amazing how you are still going. It's just like riding a bike. It's just so easy to get in the truck and go.
Well, it's a habit that I have, and I should quit working, but I still love them. I love them trucks, and I drive on the weekends through my lot, and I look at my trucks on the weekend and just, it's a bad disease I got, But the bad disease made a good living for me and my family and everybody else, and I got the rest. My brother's part owner of the thing, but that's how I started in '69. You know, I got a picture of the truck. I'll show you when we get done. But the first one. But thank God I've got the kids that's behind me too. So, you know, and I've worked hard. I mean, I have. And I've had a lot of people, good people with me too. That's agreed with me, and thank goodness.
Yeah. And, you know, Mikey, speak to that. You know, coming in, it's a family-owned company. You're part of this family, and being able to carry on this amazing legacy that Jim and everyone else has left behind here. What does that mean to you, working for this tight of a company?
Oh, like it means a lot because you got to look, you know, kind of like at your family history, your family name. You just got to try to keep building it up. You know what I mean, and try to just keep the work going and try to keep the work ethic. And you got to, you know, you got to treat your employees good because you ain't nothing without your employees. And that's why you got to keep your employees happy. You don't exactly treat it like a hard working environment. You just want to get along, be friendly to them. You know what I mean? You just got to, that's part of the business too. You know what I mean? The same with your customers. You know, you got to have good working relationships with your customers. And, you know, you got to be loyal, you know, to your customers, and you hope your customers are loyal to you. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a working, it's always a work in progress. You know, like no matter how you look at it, you know, it's just one of those businesses, you know. So, and you know, because I started driving like when I was 16, and you know, just learning how and all that stuff. Because I used to go out west with my dad or my oldest brother David, who passed away 9 years ago. But you know, we've been through a lot of ups and downs, you know what I mean, and the whole family, you know. So it's kind of like you got to take pride in it, you know what I mean.
Well, what it is if you got to like what you want to do, and I mean it's a fun job, it's a hard-working job. But you can make a good living, a very good living, and you're gone from home somewhat, some days, some weeks, sometime, but you make a very good living. I made a very good living, but I've earned it. And I guess that's all I could tell them. The kids, if they come in and just learn, I mean, just pay attention. Some old people knows a few things about it.
Last question, Jim. How proud are you about everything this company has become, about what your family has done? How proud are you?
Well, you can't be proud enough of what they've did, but thank goodness the kids have did good. We've worked hard, and thank God they've got something they could, and they're getting easy to learn again. I mean, they know so much to start again. They should be able to start it all over, but
well, there's always been ups and downs and everything. You know what I mean? So there's always ups and downs. You just got to go through your struggles and try to come forward. You always got to look forward. You can't look behind. And so you try to look forward into the future and stuff. Now, he probably ain't proud of me because I'm the youngest loudmouth one and I talk too much. But I actually got it from him. He's being calm tonight.
Well, I've been driving for, I think, 16. Yeah, I was 16. I'm 82, so I've been driving a long time. I was 16 for 2 years when my dad had trucks. You didn't have a chauffeur's license, but my dad just run me to Detroit, Toledo, but that's how I learned to drive, and I liked what I did, and I've worked hard.
Well, Sercombe has been in amazing hands and will continue to be in amazing hands as the family lineage keeps going on with this amazing company. I cannot thank you both enough for what you do for the community and the trucking industry as a whole. Thank you both so much. And that'll just about wrap things up here at Sercombe Trucking. It being Christmas Eve and all, I've got to get this bad boy on the road and home so I can jump in bed and pull the covers over my head and wait for Santa Claus to come down and give me some presents for Christmas. Thank you all so much for watching this, and remember to check out Sercombe Trucking here in Jackson, Michigan.